multi-exclusive dimensional being Kai with another exclusive. Today's video is going to be about sex magic, sex manifestations, sex that'll get you from point A to point C, the promised land. This way you ain't gotta worry about all them circumstances and situations where you have to basically do this, do that. This right here will take you to the space and location of where you gotta get right. Know what I'm saying? Now, but listen, this shit is not to be played with. This is called creation. This is how you're being created. This is how you was created. This is how you created you, yourself. Know what I'm saying? And that's the whole point of reference of how we about to basically get down to this video. Because of course, you know, society had taught you about sex. Society actually they didn't teach you about sex. They presented sex in a way for you to get lost into. But of course, we all know that this is something that we should know by now. This is something that should not be taken into consideration as for things is not going this way, things is not going that way. At the end of the day, sex is very important. Sex ain't nothing to be ashamed of. Know what I'm saying? It's just, are you having sex with yourself properly, or are you having sex with the right person, and is that right person having sex with themselves? Now, when we're talking about sex with ourselves, I ain't talking about finger popping yourself. I ain't talking about masturbation. I'm talking about your ideas, aka your imagination, your emotions. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole purpose of us having sex with ourselves in order for us to basically create an image, for us to basically display this and go in this. So, of course, when you have an idea, you know what I'm saying? This is basically the fire. This is basically what's being initiated. And when you have that, that's just basically that's your spirit. That's your space, your gas. You know what I'm saying? So now when you got your soul, these are your feelings and emotions. So once you create that fire and that water, you create a connection. You know what I'm saying? Then the more you do this, you're gonna create another element, which will basically be air. Because of course, when there's something is burning, you got water, you put it out. It start to become air, it start to become minutes, it start to basically do a spiral. And when you keep doing this and keep doing this and keep doing this, it start to become flesh. It start to become shape. It start to become form. It start to become materialized. It start to become structure. It start to become dense. It start to come down. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole purpose of how things are created. That goes to show you shouldn't have to be doing things with your physical flesh. You created this body to go in and to basically experience. And of course, that's what you're supposed to do. But you already know, society taught you so much shit, you know what I'm saying, that it may fuck you up. And of course, the generations that you was basically presented in had put you in scenarios where it may have caused catastrophic events. But understand and understand, we about to get this shit right as a generation, you know what I'm saying? Because we ain't gonna be out here manifesting trials and tribulations no more. We're gonna be basically breaking generational curses. So understand and understand the whole purpose of creation, you know what I'm saying? Sex is basically, it has three words. So that's basically dealing with your surroundings. So of course, you got the male, you got the female. Now when you have the male and the female, once they start to connect, all you're gonna get next is basically third person. You know what I'm saying? This is how a connection is basically established. You know what I'm saying? Two people coming together, two people basically creating energy. And of course, energy will basically be birthed out of that. You know what I'm saying? Because basically, these two individuals had sex with themselves. You know what I'm saying? They went within themselves. They created a form. Now, of course, they did this together. They created together. And of course, they went inside each other. Now, babies were basically being birthed. You can tie this to the Adam and Eve shit. Yeah, but we ain't gonna get lost into that. You know what I'm saying? Adam is basically the way you think and communicate. Eve is the way you basically feel. Of course, what you see with the sun is your Adam. You know what I'm saying? Moon is your Eve. You know what I'm saying? Because basically, when these two connect, this is how creations, this is how things are basically presented out. So of course, when we talking about creations and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? You can create a male, you create a female, you create the opposite. You know what I'm saying? But of course, in order for you to create a male, aka a boy, the man and the woman, the man actually, he cannot be presenting himself with feelings and emotions. He would have to basically be all in his mind, which is basically the masculine side. So of course, to create a man, aka a boy, you would have to be in your mind when you're having sex and when you release. Now, to create a female, you have to be in your feelings and emotions when you release inside the woman. That's how you create a female. Now, here comes when you're talking about twins. Now, twins is basically heavy, dense emotions. You know what I'm saying? You will be all in your mind, you will be all in your emotions and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? This can also be kind of like depression. You know what I'm saying? Because when twins died, aka when somebody died, they died with a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Their soul was pulled out, everything was basically pushed out. So of course, with that being said, these like you're basically being dragged out, you know what I'm saying, in a heavy, dense form. So when you go have sex with somebody, you have depressive sex. You know what I'm saying? You can create a twin, you know what I'm saying? Y'all both y'all emotions all over the place. Y'all don't know what y'all want. Things can be out of things can be all over the place. This is basically how these things is to basically put into references. Now, when we're talking about gay and lesbians, you know what I'm saying, this could be a male that he don't know what's going on in his life. He can be confused on all scales, on all levels. You know what I'm saying? And of course, a gay person can be confused. They don't know if, you know what I'm saying, a female can be confused. She don't know if she want to be with a man. She don't know if she want to be with a woman. She don't know if she want to dress this way. You know what I'm saying? Plays out into that to tell. Of course, you got the male. You don't know if the male want to be with a woman. You don't know if the male want to be with the lady. This is confusion. So this ain't their fault. This is the parent fault, which is the father's fault, because this is basically what he's creating when he's inside the pussy. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the pussy can be good too, and he may not want to pull out. He may be confused on, oh, should I pull out? This shit feels so good. I'm saying I may let me hold my nut. You know what I'm saying? This can also create circumstances, situations where things become harmful, and that's where we kind of get into the balance scale of harmful, and harmonious. You know what I'm saying? So of course, when we talking harmful sex, these are two individuals, you know what I'm saying, that have opposite energy. You know what I'm saying? They're not going with the flow. They're not going with the rivers. They got a different idea. This person got a different idea. And these ideas is not connected. You know what I'm saying? This is basically what can create circumstance situations where your sex life can be fucked up. You on the persona, you know what I'm saying, on the independent level, you know what I'm saying? This can be just basically be you with a fucked up sex life. You know what I'm saying? Now when we're doing harmonious things, we are coming to the agreement of establishing a connection, establishing ways where we can present ourselves and create and manifest. You know what I'm saying? This is called harmonious sex. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole purpose. You know what I'm saying? Of course, when we're dealing with elements and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? Fire and air mixes, water and earth mixes. You know what I'm saying? So of course, if you are a fire sign, your best interest is to basically look towards an air sign. And if you are a water sign, your best interest is to basically look for an earth sign. Cause, you know what I'm saying? Now, water signs, they are dealing with the feelings and emotions. Now, they need to basically construct these feelings and emotions and express these things, you know what I'm saying? Present these things. So, earth can basically better help that earth sign. And, of course, the water can basically put, the water sign can put water on the earth sign, which can basically nourish and put some attention, some recognition on it. You know what I'm saying? This way the earth won't be too hard and shit. You know what I'm saying? Try to, like, put some water on the hardness, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's like a vagina or wet, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm hard and I want to go in that vagina, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. And of course, when we got the air and fire, you know what I'm saying? The air is basically thinking the communication, you know what I'm saying? Now, the fire can make the air more passionate, you know what I'm saying? To express that communication. And the air can make the fire more explosive, aka expandance and shit. Come up with more ways to basically utilize the fire when it comes to thinking the communication and things of that nature. And of course, you will put it like this, you know what I'm saying? Aries and Libra, opposites attract. Taurus and Scorpios, opposites attract. Gemini and Sagittarius, opposites attract. Cancer and Capricorn, opposites attract. Leo and Aquarius, opposites attract. Virgo and Pisces, opposites attract. Libra and Aries, you're in the opposites attract. You know what I'm saying? That's how it would be like the totalium scale. You know what I'm saying? But of course, this shit goes deep too. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't really be looking at it like in that perspective. You know what I'm saying? As long as your spirituality is up to tack You could be with anybody, you know what I'm saying? But of course, when we talking to elements and things of that nature, that's how you're supposed to look at yourself. Now, when it comes down to sex and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? This is basically two people coming together, you know what I'm saying? Now, sex is important. Sex is not something you just get lost into your desires and your pleasures and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, her ass fat. Yeah, I'm big down here. Yeah. This person, this person, you know what I'm saying? You can get lost into a person having a nice body and shit, you know what I'm saying? This person had the perfect fucking body, and of course, you don't know what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? You just basically, you're getting lost into desires and pleasures and shit, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you can have the most wonderfulest body in the world, but if your spirituality and your balance and your equilibrium is not up to par, then of course that shit don't really mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can have all that booty, you can have the goodest coochie in the world, but if you don't know what you're doing and you don't know what you're doing with your power, you don't know who you're allowing to go inside you, then of course these things can be catastrophic. These things will not basically play out in representations of y'all creating anything. Y'all, I'm saying this is the whole purpose of creating a demon or an angel. Now, when we're talking angels, angels is basically a fallen angel that can basically bring fruits and labors into your life. So when y'all are having sex, you know what I'm saying, y'all was on the right path, y'all had the right mind, y'all had the right emotions, y'all was connected harmoniously, you know what I'm saying? Boom. Then y'all created a child in this world that brought you great fortune and great recognition, you know what I'm saying? And big manifestations. Now when you got a harmful sex, y'all was just lost into y'all desires. Y'all was just fucking because y'all horny. Y'all would just be fucking because the pussy good. You know what I'm saying? Stroking this shit real right. You're real tight. But of course, y'all ain't create and manifest nothing out of that circumstance or situation. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just put yourselves in a circumstance situation where y'all create a demonic child in this world. Now y'all struggling. Y'all can't take care of the child. Y'all was lost into y'all desires, y'all pleasures and things of that nature. And of course, you also got some ladies out here that's a celebrity to the point that they don't even really be having sex, you know what I'm saying? Of course, it ain't nothing wrong with that. But of course, as long as y'all got the right person to have sex with, y'all won't have these issues. Of course, ain't nothing wrong with having sex with yourself when you already created the flesh. This would basically be meaning that as in when you do masturbate, you would be focusing on your goals, your dreams. But of course, you don't release. You don't release, you know what I'm saying? Because of course, you just be horny and shit, you just be playing with yourself. You just got attacked by masturbation spirit to the point where you could just focus on just masturbating for the purpose of you creating your goals and your manifestations and basically bring these things down into existence via a person, place, a thing. You know what I'm saying? And of course, this could play on a huge spectrum. But if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know how to utilize your power, you could be getting possessed on many scales or many situations. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important to take into consideration on what you're doing and know that shit. Because of course, whatever's on your mind and on your heart and space, you know what I'm saying? When you got sex, which is the most quickest and most powerful way to manifest things into existence on a huge perspective, if you're doing these things right, everything will play out to your favor. You won't be all over the place. You won't be catastrophic, you know what I'm saying? You know you got the right person. You know you can actually trust this person. You know you can do higher rituals and higher perspectives with this person. Of course, rituals are sex, eating is a sex. All these things are sexes, you know what I'm saying? Because of course, you're utilizing your mind and your emotions, and of course, you're giving these things fulfillment, you know what I'm saying? Fulfillment, of course, you got to go inside her to fulfill her, of course. And of course, when the best time to basically have sex is when she's hugely aroused, aka a new moon. She's hungry. She needs energy. She needs attention. She needs pleasure. She needs foreplay. She needs to be connected, you know what I'm saying, on a higher perspective. Now I'm saying, look at the moon. The moon is a smart ass motherfucking moon. The moon is constantly moving and actually experiencing and traveling and rotating and basically planting seeds on where the whole world can manifest. You know what I'm saying? Now take that shit into consideration on your innerverse, your outerverse, your multiverse, your universe that you're utilizing. You know what I'm saying? That's how you fuck the universe. You're utilizing your mind, your emotions, you're connecting these things, and of course, you're having huge sex with these things. And of course, whatever's on your heart and mind is what you like. And of course, the moon is going to like these things too, especially if you're doing these things on the right perspective. But if you're doing these things on the wrong perspective, you're going to get bad fruit. You're going to get bad circumstance situations. You're going to get karma, aka you're going to be dealing with desires that you don't know how to detach from. And we're gonna have to create another episode too with this shit.